Hello and welcome to Georgian College Athletic Center in Barrie, Ontario. We've got doubleheader OCAA volleyball action up ahead featuring the Georgian Grizzlies hosting the Loyalist Lancers. First up is the women's game featuring a 1-1 Grizzlies team that hosts a 1-0 Loyalist Lancers team. I'm Sean McAvoy and I'll be live on the call for both of tonight's games with the men's following at 8 o'clock. As we go through the starting lineups for both teams taking the floor and preparing for a great game up ahead. Both teams in their pregame huddle before taking the floor. On the Georgian side of things, starters Sophia Clement, Kelsey Watson, Alandria Circus, Dominica De Francesco, and lastly, Alyssa Moeller. Starting with the ball will be Loyalist. It'll be number 2, Lorraine Spellman, set to serve. Geneva Blumen is the libero for the Loyalist side, and we're underway. Clement to Circus, who hits it out of bounds, and Loyalists get on the board first. Spellman will serve again. Looking to start up a run here early in the game. Ball's up. It's Watson. Clement over the net, tip back over. Coët unable to handle it, and Loyalists get 2 in a row here. They're up 2-0 early. It's up. Watson. Coët. Watson bumps it over the net. Loyalists respond. Spellman. Back onto the Georgian side. Watson puts it over. Moeller to Francesco. Point is awarded to the Grizzlies, and they're on the board now. Alandria Circus here to serve for the Grizzlies. Ball's up and over. Spellman puts it over. Clement handles it on the Grizzlies side. Coët now to Watson. Watson puts it over. Lancers respond and get the point on a net violation by the Grizzlies. Serving now is Rachel Cole for the Lancers. Serves it out of bounds. Grizzlies get the point. 3-2 game. Alyssa Moeller serves. It's up. Blumen handles it, but a point is awarded to the Grizzlies. Double touch by the Lancers, pardon me. And Moeller will have another attempt to serve. It's all tied up here early in the first set, 3-3. Moeller's serve is up. Blumen to Spellman. Khalees Harry. Now Circus handles it on the Grizzlies side. Coët puts it over. Blumen, Spellman. That was number 6, Alicia Orsborn. Put it over for the Lancers. And the point gets awarded to the Lancers. Number 10, Jillian Hofsteiser, enters the game for the Lancers as Khalees Harry serves. It's over. Coët handles it. Clement to De Francesco. She gets the point. We're all knotted up again. It'll be Dominica DeFrancesco serving for the Grizzlies. With the left hand, serves it. Unable to be handled there by the Loyalist Lancers. It was Geneva Blumen, unable to handle it and sails out of bounds. Grizzlies get their first lead of the game, 5-4. DeFrancesco serving again. It's over. Spellman to Hofdizer. Clement now handles it for the Grizzlies. Over to Coet, who's blocked at the net. Ma's there to help. Clement bumps it over. And that was number 10, Jillian Hofdizer. Unable to get it over the net. Then point gets a word to the Grizzlies. They've got their largest lead of the game now at 2 points. DeFrancesco with her third serve now, going on a bit of a run, hoping to extend it. And she does. Just grazing the net and hitting the floor. Grizzlies get the point. Geneva Blumen can't handle that serve right at her, and Grizzlies on a bit of a run now. Serves up for the Grizzlies. Back corner called out. Loyalist gets the serve back. Headed to the service line is Raven Markle. Her serve's up and over. Ma handles it. Clement helps out, who puts it to Kelsey Watson. Gets it over, gets the point. Grizzlies have the serve back, 9-5 lead. Served right to Markle. Spellman now tips it over. Clement puts it to Watson. Watson unable to get it over the net. Loyalist has back-to-back points now. Alicia Orsborn heads back to the service line. Ball's up and over. Kelsey Watson allowed it to go over her head, and a smart call as it sails out of bounds. Kelsey Watson now serving for the Grizzlies. It's up over. Orsborn, Spellman to Hofdizer, gets the point. Good response there by the Lancers. Jillian Hofdizer heads to the service line for the Lancers. It's up over to Francesco, to Clement, to Muller, blocked to the net. Clement helps out, and DeFrancesco steps up, playing it over to Circus. Gets it over the net. Loyalist now. That's hit by number 7, Rachel Cole, over the net. Watson now striking it for the Grizzlies. A good point there as Georgian gets another one. Sophia Clement now back to serve for the Grizzlies. Serves up. Back right corner. Spellman. Back to Orsborn. Now Clement for the Grizzlies. DeFrancesco. Markle hitting it over. Circus. Watson's attempt was blocked there right at the net by Corey Calise-Harry. Excellent defensive play. Lancers are awarded the point. It'll be Lorraine Spellman back to serve for the Lancers. Serves up. Watson. Bounced wildly off her arms and out of play. Loyalists with back-to-back points as they tighten things up here in the first set. Spellman to serve again. Into the net. Bit of a break there for the Grizzlies. They'll get served back, up 3 points. And it's Alandria Circus serving now for Georgian. Serves up and over. Spellman plays it to Markle. Markle right at Watson. Clement, Kayet. Right into the gap of that Lancers defense. Grizzlies get the point. Alandria Circus here to serve for the Grizzlies. Ball's up and out of bounds. Rachel Cole will serve for Loyalist. Serves up. Kayet to Watson. A desperate attempt to get over the net. It will not go. And the Lancers score again. Rachel Cole to serve again. Down 2 points. Kayet unable to handle that one, and the Lancers are within 1. Rachel Cole back to serve again, being cheered on by her Lancer teammates. Ball's up, right at Circus. Clement, Kayet, it's tipped, falling to the ground. Desperate attempt by that Lancers defense to keep it alive. Unable to do so, Georgian scores again. Number 6, Alyssa Moeller, preparing to serve. Stepping, ball's up, over. Blumen, Spellman, Markle. Unable to get the block at the net was Watson, and Loyalist scores. Corey Caliste-Harry now prepares to serve for the Lancers as libero Geneva Blumen heads off. Circus, Clement, just out of the reach of DiFrancesco. It went right to the right side of the net, unable to be played, and Loyalist gets back-to-back points, tying things up midway through the first set. Caliste-Harry serves. Clement playing it over to Watson, blocked at the net, and it will be Loyalist awarded the point here as they get the lead back, 15-14. Corey Caliste-Harry serving and out of bounds. Good eye there by number 8, Sarah Kayet, to let that one sail out of bounds. And it'll be Dominica DiFrancesco preparing to serve for the Grizzlies, all tied up at 15. Blumen to Markle. Over to Orsborn. Orsborn gets it over, well played by Ma. Watson with the tip. Blumen helps out. Spellman now setting to Markle. Markle tips it over, inbounds. And Loyalist now has a 1-point lead. That's Raven Markle serving. Clement to Watson. Watson bumping it over, just over the net. Spellman setting it. And a nice play there by Jillian Hoftizer, getting the point for Loyalist, forcing Georgian to take a timeout here. Brad Graham in his 29th year here at Georgian, forced to call a timeout as his team falls down 2 points. Thank you for joining us here tonight. It's our first of 2 games. The men will follow Loyalist at Georgian, 8 p.m. tip-off time. If you are in the area following along tonight, come on out to the Georgian College Athletic Center. Entry to both games, $5. A great night here at the Athletic Center. We'll carry on tomorrow as both Grizzlies basketball teams play. In the meantime, Grizzlies get the point now. Raven Markle sailed her serve out of bounds. So back to a 1-point game here. As Sarah Kayouette serves for the Grizzlies. It's over. Blumen, Markle, over to Orsborn. Orsborn bumps it over. It's played by Kayouette to Clement. DeFrancesco finds the back corner, and this thing's all tied up. Kayouette, Orsborn, Spellman, hit over there. Hofdeiser unable to keep it in bounds. Grizzlies back out on top, 18-17. Kayouette with the serve. Orsborn plays it to Spellman. Back to Orsborn, knocks it over. Kayouette plays it to Clement. Back up to the net for Circus. A play at the net there. Spellman gets called for the double touch, and Grizzlies point. Sorry, it'll be a lift. Kayouette taking her Grizzlies team on a run here. They're up 2. Serves over. Goes wildly off the hands of Markle, forcing Blumen to make a play. She does, and Spellman knocks it back over. Good defensive effort there by the Lancers. As Circus gets up, makes the play, point to the Grizzlies. Now the Lancers are forced to call a timeout, down 3 late in the first set. Both teams take to the floor now again following the timeout. Lancers hoping to ice Sarah Kayouette, who's on a bit of a run here. Has got her Grizzlies up 3 points. We're back in action here. Spellman. Watson tipping the ball over. Orsborn to Spellman. Over to Hofdeiser, who tips it over. Clement's there to handle it. Watson now setting up Circus. Gets Blumen to Spellman. Knocks it over. Moeller to Clement. Setting up DeFrancesco. Spellman to Orsborn. Clement, Circus. Spellman now for the Lancers. Markle knocks it over. It's Clement with a play at the net. She crossed the line. Gonna get called, and the Lancers respond out of the timeout. Number 6, Alicia Orsborn with the serve. And Circus getting the point for the Grizzlies. Well struck at the net. Grizzlies respond. It'll be number 10, Kelsey Watson, looking to close out the first set if they can go on a 4-point run. Ball's up. Orsborn. Spellman to Hofdeiser with the tip. Well played, found the open space. It's Corey Caliste-Harry entering the game now for the Lancers. Number 10, Jillian Hofdeiser, serves. DeFrancesco and Ma battling there for the ball. They ended up knocking it out of bounds. Lancers get 2 in a row, and they're only down 1, hoping to tie things up with this this rally here. It's Hofheiser to serve again. Up over the net, DiFrancesco, Clement tipping it. Spellman making a play at the net for the Lancers. Clement striking it over on the offensive side of things. Off the arm of Markle and out of bounds. Grizzlies up 2. Sophia Clement will take to the service line for the Grizzlies. Clement serves up. It was knocked back there by Raven Markle. Just found a bit of empty space on the Grizzlies side, and it fell to the ground. She'll set Lorraine Spellman up at the service line for the Lancers. Kelsey Watson, Sophia Clement, Alondria Circus, well struck. Another point Circus gets for her Grizzlies side. They're back up by 2. Back and forth action here in the first set. 23-21 lead for the Grizzlies, hoping to close things out. 2 points to go. Circus serves up and called in just at the back. A great serve. Not much space left to work with at the back of that Lancer side, but finding the corner was Alandria Circus, who will serve again, hoping to close things out as it is set point. Ball's up. Spellman. Bit of miscommunication, sees Cole knocking it over. Clement setting up DiFrancesco. Well struck. Well received by Spellman to Blumen. Blumen set just off the mark. Falls to the ground, and the Grizzlies take the first set 25-21. They're up 1-0. A closely contested first set sees the win 25-21. But the Lancer team did not go down easy in the first set. Surely a close second set to come. Starting out the second set for the Georgian Grizzlies will be Dominica DiFrancesco, Kelsey Watson, Sarah Caillouette, Amber Ma, Alyssa Moeller, and Sophia Clement. Amber Ma, the libero, so she'll head off to start things off. the Loyalist side of things, it'll be Spellman, Orsborn, Blumen. Rachel Streekstra, pardon me, checks into the game for the first time. Raven Markle stays on the floor. So does Corey Caliste-Harry. It will be the Grizzlies starting with the ball. Kelsey Watson to serve. Serves up. And an ace to start out the second set. Kelsey Watson finds the open space in that Lancer defense. Grizzlies take an early 1-0 lead. Watson holding the service line. Ball is up. It's Orsborn to Spellman. Back to Orsborn, who plays it over the net. Watson's there to Clement. To Circus, who knocks it over and in. 2-0 lead for the Grizzlies. Watson's serve is over. Orsborn unable to handle it cleanly. Puts it right at the net. Grizzlies get to a hot start here in the second set. They're up 3-0. Watson's luck finally runs out as her fourth serve sails left and out of bounds. That'll set up Alicia Orsborn at the service line for the Lancers. Watson unable to handle that serve. Went right off Amber Maw, falling to the ground. Lancers will hope to tie up this set now as Alicia Orsborn takes to the service line, serves up. Right to Watson again. Almost misplayed. And Watson able to get a clean strike at that one. We're all tied up in the second set. 3 straight points for the Grizzlies. Responded by the Lancers with 3 straight points. Orsborn will hope to make that 4 as the ball's over. Right at Watson again and misplayed. Lancers get their first lead of the second set. Alicia Orsborn to serve. Amber Maw, Sophia Clement. Alandria Circus knocks it over. Spellman setting. That's Streekstra. It's tipped over by Clement. Clement makes another play at the net. And unable to get it cleanly over was the Grizzlies. They've now given up 5 straight points here in the second set. They're down 5-3. Alicia Orsborn on a bit of a run here for the Lancers. She serves again. To Francesco, Clement, to Muller. Muller over the net. Lancers respond. Orsborn with the strike. De Francesco now. Not well received by the Lancers side, and a double touch is called. Grizzlies back on the board now. Sophia Clement to serve. Ball is up. It's Blumen to Spellman to Caliste-Harry. Good dig by Kelsey Watson. Ma puts it over. Spellman now to Markle. Kelsey Watson doesn't receive that cleanly and it strikes out of bounds. Lancers maintaining a 2-point lead over the last 5 rallies. Caliste-Harry serves. De Francesco to Clement. Back to De Francesco, knocks it over. Caliste-Harry's there. Spellman now to Markle. Amber Maw tipping that away from the other Grizzlies defenders. Lancers responding well to an early Grizzlies 3-0 run. But now the Lancers are up 7-4 with Corey Caliste-Harry serving. Amber Maw to Clement. To De Francesco. Well hit, well returned, but just not enough to get over the net. It falls on the Lancers side. Grizzlies back on the board as Alandria Circus heads back to serve for the Grizzlies. Serves up. Orsborn to Spellman to Hofdizer. Circus now plays it for the Grizzlies to Clement to Caillouette. Well hit. Unable to be returned on the Lancers' side. Grizzlies pull within 1 point, and they have the serve, hoping to tie things up here. Serves up for the Grizzlies. Just out of the reach there. Geneva Blumen wasn't able to get a clean hand on that, and it sails out of bounds. Grizzlies tie things up all at lucky sevens. Orsborn receives the serve. As Clement just over the head of Muller, forced Caillouette to try and come in there and save it. Unable to do so. Lancers score. They're up 8-7 now. Marco serves. Watson receives. DeFrancesco back to Watson. Bumps it over the net. Markle, Spellman, Hofdizer. Clement's there. DeFrancesco sets it to Caillouette. Gets it over. Orsborn, Spellman. Streakstra gets it over there. Unable to handle it was the Grizzlies side. It goes out of bounds. Lancers have a 2-point lead. Markle, Circus, Clement, Caillouette. Orsborn's there. Blumen now to Markle, bumps it over. Muller to Clement. Clement sets it up to DeFrancesco, puts it along the net and over. Spellman bumps it over for the Lancers. Clement sets to DeFrancesco. A left-handed strike. And it's the Lancers called for being on the net. Grizzlies awarded the point. They're down 1, hoping to tie things up as Muller heads to the line to serve. Serves up and over. Markle to Spellman to Streakstra. Finds the open space. Good response there by the Lancers. They'll maintain a 2-point lead midway through the second set. Number 8, Rachel Streakstra with the serve. Caillouette, Clement, DeFrancesco. It's called out of bounds. That'll keep Rachel Streakstra on the line for the Lancers, up 11-8. Circus, Clement, Watson. It's blocked at the net. And Watson called for being on the net there. Another point goes the Lancers' way, forcing Brad Graham to call another timeout for the Grizzlies. Be sure to stay up to date with everything Georgian Grizzlies going on in the Georgian Athletic Center. You can visit georgiangrizzlies.ca or follow the Georgian Grizzlies on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to stay up to date with everything going on at Georgian College. Two teams take to the floor coming out of the timeout break. Rachel Streakstra will serve again for the Lancers. Ball's up, DeFrancesco to Clement, over to Caillouette. Nice soft play over the net there. Gets the point for the Grizzlies. Dominica DeFrancesco will now serve for the Grizzlies. Francesco's serve is up. Right to Blumen. Hofdizer. Back to Blumen. Plays it over the net. Muller's there. Plays it Clement. Back to Kayouette. Her strike sails out of bounds. Lancers maintaining a 4-point lead. Number 10, Jillian Hofdizer with the serve. Just over the net there. Orsborn, Spellman, back to Orsborn. Circus, to Francesco, Clement over to Kayouette. Nice play tip. Orsborn finds the open space, gets the point. Lancers extend their lead to 5 points as Jillian Hofdizer is back on the service line for the Lancers. Hofdizer's serve is up. Out of bounds. A bit of a break there for the Grizzlies. They'll get back to the service line, hoping to tighten this set up. It will be Sarah Kayouette serving. Goes into the net though. Lancers can get that 5-point lead back. And Lorraine Spellman heads to the service line for the Lancers. Spellman with the serve. Muller to Francesco to Cerquez. Off of the hand of Khalees Harry, out of bounds. Point for the Grizzlies. They're not going away here. Not going to let this Loyalist Lancer team pull away in the second set. Kelsey Watt to the serve. It's up, over. Nice serve there. Geneva Blumen really had no play to make. Served right to her feet. Good point there for the Grizzlies. Watson serve again. Orsborn to Spellman. Over to Markle. Plays it to Watson. Over to Clement. Over to Cerquez. Well hit as well. Didn't get all of it on that hit, but enough. It sailed over the hands of Khalees Harry into the open space. It'll keep Kelsey Watson on the service line. They're down 2 midway through the second set. Serve is up. Blumen to Spellman to Orsborn. It's over. Played by DeFrancesco to Clement. Kelsey Watson tries to make a hit there. It goes into the net. Lancers get the break they need to get back to the service line. They're 9 points away from winning this set. We'll see what Orsborn can do here with the serve. Haley Ricks comes into the game for Kelsey Watson on that Georgian Grizzlies side. Alicia Orsborn to serve. To Ma. Off the arms of Ma, out of bounds. Now Sarah Kayouette comes in for Amber Ma as Alicia Orsborn remains on the service line for the Lancers. It's up, over. Kayouette plays to Cerquez. Over to Clement, play it over the net. Blumen's there, plays to Spellman. To Markle. Markle plays with DeFrancesco off the net. Good play there by Muller to save that one from hitting the floor. Khalees Harry plays it over the net. Sarah Kayouette there. Orsborn to Spellman. To Markle. It's defended by DeFrancesco, plays it to Clement. To Cerquez, off the hands of Khalees Harry at the net and falling to the floor. Grizzlies are awarded the point as Sophia Clement heads to serve. They're down 3. And at this point of the set, need to start putting something together here to get back out on top. Serves up. Spellman, Khalees Harry a little off balance, gets it over. DeFrancesco hitting for the Grizzlies, getting it over the net. Spellman now sets it to Streakstra. Circus gets it over the net. Spellman now sets it to Markle. Blocked at the net by Circus, played by Muller. And we've got an injury up at the net. That's Raven Markle down at the net. Hopefully she can get up and be okay. This is the second Lancer we've seen go down tonight. One was injured in warm-up. This is the first in-game injury. She gets up. Hopefully she can return to the game. Otherwise the Lancers will be a little bit short-handed for the rest of the game. But a lot of energy from that Lancer side. Looks like she'll be okay. Good to see. Standing, walking under her own power, nodding to the ref, nodding to the coach. She'll stay in the game, and we'll get back underway. The two teams reset, and Sophia Clement prepares to serve, and we'll get back underway here. 17-14, Lancers lead. Blumen to Streekstra. Kayette now, Clement to Muller. Blumen sets it up for Orsborn. Orsborn plays it over the net. Ricks to Clement to Cercas. It's defended by the Lancers. Will now play it over. Clement setting to DiFrancesco, tipping it over, finding the open floor. Miscommunication on the Lancers side. Grizzlies are within two as Sophia Clement stays serving. Clement, Orsborn, Spellman. Orsborn now plays it over the net. Didn't hit that cleanly. It falls short, forcing the Lancers to take a timeout. That's head coach Dominique Dawes in her 12th year, calling a timeout. Both sets have been closely contested. Midway through the second set, a timeout's called by the Lancers. They're up 17-16, but Grizzlies have the serve. Coming out of the timeout, Georgian will hope to tie this thing up. Sophia Clement will serve for the Grizzlies. They're down one. Blumen to Spellman to Cleese Harry. It's defended by Kayette. Clement serves to DiFrancesco. Orsborn receives it on the Loyalist side. Markle. Ricks is there. Clement sets it. Kayette plays it over, but the point is awarded to Loyalist. Double touch by the Grizzlies. Corey Caliste-Harry serving for the Lancers. Diving for it was Kayette, makes a great defensive play. Spellman will set it up to Hofdeiser, finds the space. It's inbounds, it's a point for the Lancers. Now up 19-16 with Caliste-Harry at the line. They're gonna hope to pull away here in the second set. Serves up, Kayette, Clement, DiFrancesco tipping it over. Finding the open floor. Caliste Harry tried to dive for it, but didn't get enough. It hits the floor. Grizzlies have the serve again. Alangia Circus will serve. Blumen plays it to Spellman. Spellman to Hofdizer. Well defended. Well played there. And a point goes to Loyalist. They're back up 3. Raven Markle will now serve for Loyalist. Circus, Clement, Muller tips it over. Markle's there, plays to Spellman. Over to Streakstra. Circus to Ricks. To Muller, bumps it over. Spellman sets up Hofdizer, tipped. Ricks dives, saves the play there for the Grizzlies. They'll continue to rally as DeFrancesco hits it over. Markle's there, and miscommunication between Hofdizer and Spellman. Sees the ball hit the floor. Grizzlies trying to make a bit of a comeback here. They're down 2. 2018 lead for Loyalist. Kelsey Watson returns to the game. Alyssa Muller to serve for the Grizzlies. Down 2. Markle to Spellman to Streakstra. Unable to get it over the net there. Grizzlies clawing their way back into this one. They're down 1. Muller remains on the service line. Muller serves. Out of bounds. It's called inbounds. A great serve. Found the line, and this thing's all tied up. Uncertain about the call. The flag at first went up in the air, but redirecting it to the floor, it's called inbounds. Grizzlies tie it up. Muller on the line to serve. Spellman plays it over. Clement's there. Watson now setting to DeFrancesco. Well hit. Grizzlies take the lead. 21-20. Dominica DeFrancesco there with a great hit. Ball falls to the floor, unable to be blocked. Grizzlies have the serve. It's Muller over the net. Blumen, Spellman. Markle steps up on it, bumps it over the net. Muller's there to respond. Puts it to Clement, setting to DeFrancesco with the tip. Hofdizer plays to Spellman. Spellman back to Orsborn. Kelsey Watson tips it over. Diving play made by Blumen. Streakstra hits it over. Circus is there. K-Wet now, unable to get it over the block of 2 Lancers. It's all tied up at 21. And this second set looking like it'll come down to the wire as Rachel Streakstra serves for the Lancers. Circus there. Clement. DeFrancesco. Markle responds on the Lancer side, who sets up Orsborn. Does not hit it cleanly, and the Grizzlies are awarded the point. Ball sailed into the net. That's a break for the Georgian side. They're hoping to take a 2-0 to set lead, but still work to be done here in the second set. They've only got a 1-point lead with Dominica DeFrancesco on the service line. Blumen, Spellman, Hofdizer tips, out of bounds. Grizzlies with a 2-point lead in the second set. Late in the second set, 2 points away from winning this set. DeFrancesco remains on the line. Orsborn to Spellman to Hofdizer, off the hands of Kelsey Watson, falling to the floor. Lancers not going down easily here. They're down 1 point. They held a lead for much of this second set. They'll hope to regain the lead here as Hofdizer serves. Trying to play it short, but a little too short. It goes into the net there. It'll set up Sarah K-Wet on the line for set point. Blumen, Orsborn. Blumen bumps it over. K-Wet's there. Clement Setting to Zerkas. Off the hands of Lorraine Spellman, out of bounds. Grizzlies take a 2-0 lead. Grizzlies will win the set 25-22. Well, it's been two closely contested sets here at the Georgian College Athletic Center. However, both of them have gone the Grizzlies' way. Georgian's women's volleyball team has a 2-0 set lead and will hope to put this one away in the third set. 2 sets played in 55 minutes. It's been a well-paced game with high-scoring sets. This game has not gone by fast, but it has been very entertaining. Grizzlies win this set, please. As the two teams take to the floor for the third set, it's been the Lancers battling hard but come away with nothing to show for it. Two closely contested sets have seen the Grizzlies just pull away at the end. They've got a 2-0 lead here with the third set about to get underway. Geneva Blumen is the libero on the Lancers side of things. Amber Maw, the libero for the Grizzlies. And it'll be Loyalist starting with the serve at the start of the third set. Lorraine Spellman will serve for the Lancers. Ball is up. Kayouette. Clement saving it from going out of bounds. Well hit by Zerkas. Getting the point early. Grizzlies have a 1-0 lead in the third set. Good hustle play there by Sophia Clement to keep that ball in bounds. Set up Alondria Zerkas for the kill. Ball's up. Markle to Spellman. To Orsborn, unable to get it over the net. Grizzlies with a 2-0 lead. Alondria Zerkas to serve. It's up and over. Markle to Spellman, over to Streakstra. Plays it over. It's responded by Kayouette to Clement to DeFrancesco. Well hit. Well played there by the Lancer side. They keep it in play. DeFrancesco will have another go at it. Point is awarded to the Grizzlies. Circus remains at the service line. They're up 3-0. Hoping to make it 4. Ball's up. Blumen, Spellman. Clement now to Kayouette. It's blocked by Caliste Harry and Orsborn. Lancers get their first point of the third set. Now Alicia Orsborn to serve for the Loyalist Lancers. Kelsey Watson, Sophia Clement, Sarah Kayouette finds the open space. Grizzlies have a 4-1 lead early in the third set. It'll send number 6, Alyssa Moeller, to the service line. Serves up and over. Alicia Orsborn, Lorraine Spellman. Raven Markle off the hands of Dominica DeFrancesco, out of bounds. Loyalist gets the point. Now Hofdiser enters the game for Blumen as Caliste Harry continues to hold the service box. Circus, Clement, DeFrancesco, nice hit. Good point there for the Grizzlies. They've got a 5-2 lead. Dominica DeFrancesco to serve. Orsborn to Spellman, to Hofdiser with a tip. It's saved by Clement. Double touch is called there on the Grizzlies, and the points awarded to the Lancers. Streakstra serves. Kayouette unable to get a clean hit there. Lancers now only down 1 as Streakstra will serve again. No lead has been safe. Every set we've seen a lead change. We'll see if it happens again here as Streakstra is on a bit of a roll. Ball's up. Ma to Clement to Watson. Unable to get over the net. This one's all tied up. Rachel Streakstra. We'll see if we can see another lead change here. It'll be the first lead change of this third set. Grizzlies got out to a hot start, but responding are the Lancers. Ball's up. Ma to Clement to Watson. Sends Geneva Blumen diving, trying to make a play, but it sails out of bounds. Grizzlies not going to give up this lead easily. They've got a 1-point lead now, up 6-5. Sarah Kayouette to serve. Blumen to Spellman to Markle. Watson puts it back over. Hofdiser handles it to Spellman, back to Hofdiser. Kayouette defends it for the Grizzlies. DeFrancesco tipping it over the net. Spellman with the dig. Blumen to Markle. Markle's hit goes out of bounds. Markle's the one that went down midway through the game, but not looking like it's hurting her too much. She's playing a great game. Kayouette to Blumen. Orsborn keeps it alive. Blumen will play it over the net. Kayouette to Clement, setting up Circus, whose hit goes out of bounds. Lancers now down 1 with the ball. Raven Markle. Amber Ma receives her serve. Kelsey Watson now blocked at the net. It was blocked by Jillian Hofdiser at the net and earns her team the point. Raven Markle now serving, trying to take the lead for the Lancers. Ma to Clement to Watson. Well struck. A one-handed response by Raven Markle, just not enough. Grizzlies back out on top 8-7. Watson will serve now for the Grizzlies. Grazing the net, but ends up over. Osborne responds, gets the point for the Lancers. Brienne Cameron will come in for Sarah Caillouette. This is her first action of the game. Hofdizer serves right at Cameron, just into the game. It's well responded over the net. Cameron earns the point early here. Her first play, she gets a point for her Grizzlies team. Grizzlies back out on top 9-8. Sophia Clement to serve. Osborne. Spellman makes a play at the net. Osborne strikes it over. It falls inbounds. And this is a very closely contested third set. The largest lead of this set was 3 points by the Grizzlies, held very early on. They had a 4-1 lead, but Lancers have marched right back into this one. Cameron to Clement to Muller. Off the hands of Blumen. A call is made anyways. The Grizzlies are awarded the point. Alandria Zirkus to serve. Blumen to Spellman to Streekstra. Clement to Muller to DeFrancesco. Now Blumen to Streekstra. Just not enough on it. Hits the net. Falls on the Lancers side. Grizzlies are awarded the point. They've got a 2-point lead now with the ball. Zirkus to serve. Osborne plays it Spellman to Khalees Harry. Watson plays it for the Grizzlies. Cameron puts it over. Maracle, Spellman, Khalees Harry. DeFrancesco for the Grizzlies plays to Clement. To Muller. Good dig by Blumen. To Streekstra. Finds the back corner. Kelsey Watson dove desperately trying to save that ball, but just not enough on it. Goes out of bounds, hits the floor. Lancers within one. Watson to Clement. Cameron. Osborne on the Lancer side. Spellman to Maracle. Clement responds to Cameron. Unable to save it was a diving Geneva Blumen. It falls to the floor. Grizzlies back up 2. Brienne Cameron did not see the floor until this third set, but so far seeing a lot of action in this third set. Has earned her team now 2 points. As Alyssa Muller serves for the Grizzlies, up 2. Off the hands of Osborne, off the official. Point is awarded to the Grizzlies. They've got a 3-point lead, the largest lead since they held a 4-1 lead early in this third set. They'll hope to extend it to 4 and pull away. Alyssa Muller to serve. Blumen, Spellman. Miss hit there by Rachel Cole. Grizzlies get the point. Largest lead of the set. 4-point lead for the Grizzlies. Osborne, Spellman, back to Osborne, over the net. Off the hands of Watson, falling to the floor. Good response there by the Lancers. As Hofdizer enters the game now for Geneva Blumen. Corey Khalees Harry will serve for the Lancers now. A miss hit from the service line. Grizzlies get an easy point. When you're fighting to stay alive, down 2-0, those are not the type of points you want to be giving away. Dominica DiFrancesco will take the line and serves it over the net. Blumen back in the game, over to Spellman, to Hofdiser, tipping it over. The Grizzlies defenders at the net. Number 9, Rain McDade now in the game for the Grizzlies. As Streakstra serves, Ma handles it to Clement, who tips it over the net. Clement tried to spike it back to that Loyalist side, but well defended at the net by Jillian Hofdiser. Falls to the floor. Point for the Lancers. They're down 2 with Streakstra to serve. And this one will sail far and out of bounds. Lancers have done a great job of lingering around, not letting this game get out of hand, but just not enough to hold a lead and win any sets here. They're down 3 as we get into crunch time of this third set. 16-13 lead for the Grizzlies. Sarah Caillouette to serve. Cole, Spellman, Hofdiser, blocked at the net by Clement. Hofdiser tipping it over. Kelsey Watson and Sophie Clement falling to the floor. Lancer point. They're down 2. Rachel Cole will serve for the Lancers. Served right to Ma. Ma to Clement. To Watson, who tips it over. Blumen to Spellman. To Orsborn. Well hit. Ma can't handle it. Off of Ma's left hand, falling to the floor. 16-15. Cole with a chance to tie things up. Clement to Watson. Watson finds the back line. It's called in. Point to the Grizzlies. They've got a 2-point lead. And Kelsey Watson will serve. Alyssa Muller back in the game for the Grizzlies. Rain McDade heads to the bench. Watson to serve. Spellman sets it to Orsborn. Orsborn hits it right into the gap. Watson unable to get to the ball. Lancers lingering. Jillian Hofdiser serving. Amber Ma. Sophia Clement catches the Lancers sleeping. Gets the point for the Grizzlies. They're 7 points away from a sweep. Sophia Clement to serve. Blumen unable to respond and receive the ball cleanly. Falls to the ground. Sophie Clement earns her Grizzlies a point. They're up 3, and they've got the ball. Cole. Spellman to Orsborn, bumping it over. Clement's there. To Muller. DiFrancesco. That one sails long and out of bounds. Rachel Streakstra comes into the game for Rachel Cole as Spellman serves. Miscommunication on the Grizzlies side. That ball falls inbounds. Back-to-back points now for the Lancers. They're down 1, hoping to tie things up as Lorraine Spellman prepares to serve. This one a little long, just out of bounds. Big break for the Grizzlies. They'll send Alandria Surkas to the line. Hofdiser to Spellman to Orsborn. Watson returns that. Clement sets up Caillouette. Streakstra's there. Spellman setting it to Cleese Harry. Muller sets Caillouette. Tips it over. Hofdiser setting up Orsborn. Unable to get it over the net now. Grizzlies get that point. They've got a 3-point lead coming down the stretch. Timeout is called by the Lancers. They'll talk things over. Fighting to keep this game alive. They're down 3 in the third set, down 2-0. The two teams take the floor coming out of that Lancer timeout. Delandria Zirkus and her Georgian Grizzlies with the ball. Serve is up. Hofdizer to Spellman to Orsborn. Tipped over. Zirkus digging, getting it over. Nice play by Delandria Zirkus. Sophia Clement. Dominica DiFrancesco hit that one well. Spellman did enough to keep that one alive. Clement. DiFrancesco. It's called out of bounds. Hovering right around that line was the Lancer coach, but it's called out of bounds. Two coaches laugh about it and play will continue. Not before making a sub. Rachel Cole comes into the game. Serves up, serves out of bounds. Brad Graham points to the sky as ball never lies, and Grizzlies have the serve back, up 3. Warming up in the far gym is the men's Grizzlies volleyball team. They'll take to action at 8 o'clock, also facing Loyalist. Stay tuned, we'll be live streaming that one as well. Muller to serve. Orsborn to Spellman. To Cole. Off the hands of Kelsey Watson and Dominica DiFrancesco. Falls to the floor. Lancers staying alive in this one. Down 2. Corey Caliste-Harry will serve for Loyalist. Clement to Watson. Caliste-Harry responds, setting it to Spellman. To Hofdizer, unable to get it over the net. Falls on the Lancers side. Dominica DiFrancesco will serve now. It's 23-20. Back-to-back points will earn her Grizzlies the win. Unable to do so, though. Didn't catch that one cleanly. Sails into the net. Point for the Lancers. Down 2 with the serve. Rachel Streekstra to serve. Zirkus. Clement. Watson. Handled by Blumen. To Spellman. To Cole. That one flies out of bounds. Landria Zirkus almost got her hand on it, but she missed, and thankful is her Grizzlies teammate, as now Sarah Caillouette has match point for the Grizzlies. Ball's up. Blumen to Spellman to Hofdizer, tipping it. Finding the open floor. Great play there. Rachel Cole will serve, trying to keep this game alive. Trying to give the Lancers a chance. Muller. Clement to Zirkus. Spellman now to Orsborn. Maup plays it to Clement, who sets it to Watson. Off the hands of a couple Lancers. Cole to Spellman. Good scrambling play to keep that alive. Zirkus now hitting it over the net. Spellman setting to Cole. To Francesco. Clement. Clement catches the Lancers sleeping. Grizzlies win 3-0. All sets very well played. It all came down to the wire, but a 25-22 win in the third set gives the Grizzlies a 3-0 set win and sets the Georgian Grizzlies men's team up with a little momentum heading into their 8 o'clock game. We'll be on the call. We'll take a little bit of a break in the meantime, but thank you for watching. Thank you for staying tuned. I'm your host, Sean McAvoy. We'll see you at 8 o'clock.